Victoria's Parliament is set to debate a fresh proposal to strengthen the corruption watchdog's powers to investigate corruption, even if no criminal offence has been committed. The Greens bill, seen by Sky News, would expand the IBAC's scope, bringing it in line with other commissions around the country. And it may gain upper house support amid a separate push for an inquiry into the Commonwealth Games.
With an ill premier, the next generation of Victorian politics are dealing with issues which stacked up in the winter break.
How good is it? We're back. We're back, baby. We're back. It's great.
But excitement may make way for trepidation in the upper house.
I'll call Dr Ratnam.
As the Greens seek support to implement recommendations from the state's former anti-corruption commissioner.
I introduce a bill for an act to amend the Independent Broad-Based Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2011 in relation to the meaning of corrupt conduct and for other purposes.
The draft bill, obtained exclusively by Sky News, seeks to expand the definition of corrupt conduct to not include conduct that would constitute a relevant offence.
The main thing that we want to do with this is to broaden the definition of corruption to something like what applies in New South Wales.
In June, the New South Wales IBAC found former Premier Gladys Berejiklian engaged in serious corrupt conduct whilst dating former state MP Daryl Maguire, who was also under investigation.
Quite possible that if New South Wales had Victoria's IBAC instead of its own, then Gladys Berejiklian would still be Premier.
So giving IBAC more teeth, such as the IBAC?
Exactly.
Sky News has been told Victorian Labor believes the current corruption definition is sufficient, though the coalition with its minority numbers in the upper house could be convinced.
That part of reform of the corruption regime in Victoria must involve looking at how broadly we define corruption.
In March, the coalition was confident that it had the support of the Greens for a parliamentary inquiry into concerns raised by former IBAC Commissioner Robert Redlich over interference in integrity investigations. But at the 11th hour, a government deal scuttled those votes. And John Pesciuto hopes that history won't repeat itself this time, with his hopes for a parliamentary inquiry into the cancellation of the Commonwealth Games.
Not proceeding with such an upper house inquiry will let down the Victorian people.
It seems the Greens agree.
We are quite concerned that the ordinary mechanisms to apply this scrutiny aren't as strong as they need to be.
But Sky News has also learnt there's crossbench concern about the inquiry timeline.
The committee provide an interim report by 30th April 2024 and a final report by April 2025.
Both debates are due Wednesday.
I won't cut across any deliberations that the Legislative Council may be considering.
Simon Love, Sky News, Melbourne.